Hey everyone, and welcome back to BMX News. This is a weekly BMX news show where I talk about everything that happened in the previous week within the world of BMX that I think you guys might care about. That being said, I have to record this week's on Thursday, so if there's anything that happened Thursday night up to Friday morning when I would normally record this that isn't in this video, I'm sorry. I will cover it next week, but something came up and I do have to record this one early. So with that note out of the way, let's move on to talking about the first thing that I want to talk about this week, and that is X Games Real BMX 2020. We had 6 amazing videos dropped this past Monday for X Games Real BMX. They are all so amazing videos, and I honestly, people say this a lot, but I do feel bad for the judges because when I talk about my top 3, I'm going to say I literally believe that any of these top 3 could be interchangeable and any of them could understandably win, get second, or get third. And then when you compare the other 3 that I don't put in the top 3, any of them could also make the top 3 and it would be understandable. So even though people say this all the time, I really genuinely feel bad for the judges who have to make the decisions for this, although my decisions on this one are pretty clear up until the top 3. So with that being said, we've got videos from Simone Baracco and Ryan Chadwick, Nathan Williams and Peter Adam, Lewis Mills and Ben Norris, Eric Elstrand and Walter Perringer, Garrett Reynolds and Tony Ennis, and Julian Molina and Daryl Taco. If you don't know what X Games Real BMX is, you had to have been living under a rock for the past few years, but what it is X Games collects 6 different riders and 6 different filmers for those riders. They have a set period of time to go out and make a video. They have a set length for that video, and they have to get it in by a deadline. So this is a genuine video contest that is judged by judges for who wins it, and then every year they do a fan vote. So the fan favorite gets voted on by the people who watch these videos, and this fan voting is going on right now, and you can vote daily for the rider and filmer that you believe should win the fan favorite. And then they always do a TV broadcast where they announce who actually gets the top 3. And then after that, the fan favorite is announced a little bit later. So this year's timetable is the Real BMX videos were dropped this past Monday. And then the broadcast is happening this Saturday, which is August 22nd. Then the fan favorite is going to be announced on the 24th. And I'm pretty sure that they will also upload the entire broadcast to YouTube as well. So with all of that being said, I did do a live stream reacting to every single one of these videos while I watched it for the first time. So I'm not going to talk super in depth about all of the videos, but what I do want to talk about are my top 3 choices for who I think should make the podium for X Games Real BMX 2020. And those are Julian Molina, Eric Elstrand, and Garrett Reynolds. And like I said earlier, I believe that any of these 3 could get first, second, or third, and it would be totally understandable. Maybe not so much in the Garrett Reynolds case, because Garrett's video, as always with Garrett Reynolds, was just so overly insane, technical, and progressive. He's doing tricks that legitimately only he can do. And in my mind, for it to get anything other than first or second would show some sort of discrepancy in the judging or something, just because this video, it's Garrett Reynolds, and you know that he's the best to ever do it when it comes to this type of thing, and it's that good. It's seriously incredible. But then when it comes to Eric Elstrand and Julian Molina, it would be totally understandable if either of them won first place. And I haven't mentioned it up until this point, but Julian Molina is a name that you guys might not have heard of at all if you haven't watched these videos yet. Or if you have, you might not have heard about it until you watch these videos. But Julian Molina is the first, let me get exactly what it says here. Where I'm reading this from is actually a Forbes article, Forbes.com, an article about Julian Molina. And I will have it linked in the description down below for those of you who might want to check that out. That is news in itself. But the headline for this is Julian Molina shines as first adaptive BMX rider to compete against able-bodied field in X Games Real BMX. He's an adaptive BMX rider because if you haven't heard or seen somehow by this point, he only has one leg, and he's competing in X Games Real BMX against Simone Baracco, Nathan Williams, Lewis Mills, Eric Elstrand, and Garrett Reynolds. Just the fact that he's competing against these guys in itself is inspiring, and then you watch this dude's video, and it's incredible. I legitimately got goosebumps when I was watching his video because that's how incredible it was. And his last clip left my jaw dropped. It's incredible, and you guys have to watch it. So with that That's why he's in my top 3. He legitimately can compete with these guys and deserves at least top 3 in X Games Real BMX 2020. And that's not just because of his situation. He deserves it, and when you watch his video, if you haven't yet, you will understand why. And then you've got Eric Elstrand. We all know Eric. We all know his riding, and he just took it up another notch for this video. His banger as well left me jaw dropped because it's incredible. Probably no one's ever done it on a real rail before. I think maybe one person ever has done it on a flat rail other than him. Not totally sure as far as those specifics go because we really can't say that. But what we can say is that Eric's video is incredible as well. So much amazing riding went down in X Games Real BMX, and I didn't even talk about the other 3 guys that I didn't feel should be in the top 3. But like I said earlier, any of them could make the top 3 and it would be understandable. So with all of that being said, I'm sure a lot of you guys have already watched these videos. I want to know what you think and who you think deserves top 3 as well as fan favorite. I'm saying right now 100% if Julian Molina doesn't win fan favorite, I am going to be extremely surprised. The entire internet is buzzing. He's got a write-up about him over on Forbes.com. This dude is so inspiring, and I cannot wait to see where BMX goes for him. Without a doubt, if you haven't heard of Julian Molina before X Games Real BMX 2020, you will have heard about him afterwards, and I can only just say thank you to the people involved with X Games Real BMX for getting him involved. They didn't have to do that. They could have gotten any other big name BMX rider and we would have been psyched, but they went out, got him, he threw down with Daryl Taco, and they made an amazing video, and I'm just so psyched to talk about it and share it with you guys, and I want to hear your guys' excitement about it in the comments down below. And that's not it for X Games Real BMX content to talk about. There's actually a behind the scenes video with Garrett Reynolds up on the X Games YouTube channel as well. This one's only a minute long, but it's a little bit of behind the scenes. I figured I would throw it in there for any of you who might care to check it out. And then in addition to my live reaction to this, there's also reaction from Dennis Enerson, DeMarcus Paul, and Ryan Fudger up on the Our BMX YouTube channel. Both my reaction and that one are linked in the description down below. So if you want to see what other people think about this, you can check those out. And that brings us into the videos from this week. But like I said before, please let me know your guys' thoughts on the X Games Real BMX 2020 contest and who you think should make the top 3 as well as the fan favorite. But anyways, let's move on to talking about the videos. First video I want to talk about this week comes from Harry Mills Wakely, and it's his United 2020 video. This is a really good, just like feel good video, honestly. He's got a nice flowy street style where he's bumping off of things and doing big grinds and doing all kinds of technical stuff, but then the song that goes with it kind of lends to just that good vibe to the video where it's just kind of enjoyable to watch. There was a nice mix of riding where he's got technical, then the jibby and the flowy styly stuff that he does, and then he's got some pretty big stuff in there as well. And it was honestly just enjoyable to watch, and I think anyone who enjoys street videos will enjoy this one. Then, like every single week for the past few weeks, we could take this in another direction to a trails video. This is the Vohall Trail Jam 2020 video. This is a real quick recap video. It's only 2 minutes 26 seconds long, so if you guys want some trails for this week, this is one you can check out. Then after that, we've got a contest video. This could likely be one of the only contests that happened in 2020 that actually happened in person physically. It's the 2020 Pannonian Challenge, and this video that I have linked in the description down below is the full live stream from what I'm presuming is the finals of the contest. It also has the award ceremony there in the end, which Jack Clark took the top place. And then after that, we've got a video with Mark Webb. We talked last week about a video with Mark Webb. It seems like this dude's just steadily putting out insane videos every single week at this point, and it's the Webby Show 4 warm-up session. It wasn't quite as crazy as the video we talked about last week, but there was still, all of it was nuts. Honestly, all of it was nuts, but the last video we talked about was just on another level compared to it. But he says in here the Webby Show 4 is coming soon, so get psyched for that. I know I am. If you haven't seen any of the previous 3 Webby Show videos, for all you guys out there who just got back into BMX, I'm talking to you. They probably came out before you got back into BMX. Just Google search the Webby Show, watch 1, 2, and 3 and look how insane they are, and get excited for the fact that Webby Show 4 is coming soon. Then after that, we can talk about some product related things for this week. The first thing here is that King uploaded to their YouTube channel promo videos for all of their complete bikes for 2021. You can check out all of them at the link in the description down below. It'll take you directly to their video page with all of the videos. Then after that, we've got an Empire colorway for a Vans shoe, which is kind of cool. The Empire shop that we all know in BMX has their own colorway on a Vans shoe. That's pretty awesome. It seems like Vans has been super active lately in giving individuals and companies like this bike shop their own like colorways and collaborations that they've been doing. And it's pretty cool to see the support that Vans is putting out there to just so many people in BMX. Recently, we talked about the wheel mill slip-on that helped the wheel mill financially during all of the craziness going on. And now we have this to talk about, and I'm sure we'll have more, and it's pretty cool to see. And now we can talk about the interview stuff from this week. We only have 2 different things to talk about here, and they're both video bike checks. We've got one from Mark Webb, so this is another Mark Webb video to talk about. And then we've got one from Mike Varga. And with that being said, let me know in the comments down below who your guys' top 3 were for X Games Real BMX 2020. That's all I have to talk about this week. It's been scarce up until this Thursday when I'm recording this. Next week, I will catch up on anything that I miss for the rest of Thursday and Friday, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button while you're leaving me your comments about X Games Real BMX, and hopefully that will mean that we will see you tomorrow for another one. Thank you guys for watching and tuning in, and goodbye.